Hi guys. Been working a lot more, so these kind of stuff has been put off a lot. Here I discovered a new brush mechanic, or not in this one, but in this current drawing. I discovered a new shading technique with one of the brushes, and I really love how it looks, so I kept using it. Don't worry about these first couple designs. I didn't really care for it. It's when I went to go work on the final of this starter line is when I decided to use that as the beginner. Spoiler, sorry. I'll just be quiet and let you guys watch the video. Now, I know the screen's black here. It's not actually black when I go to do my when I'm doing this. It is actually a gray and black checker pattern that makes the background transparent. This allows me to see behind everything and fill in any gaps that I miss, especially with the little details for the claws and the teeth. And this is where I learned about overlays. Overlays are really cool because you can have them any color you want, but they'll match the color underneath it. Here I went over a lot of different designs and I just couldn't settle on one. Like I started on this one. It's where I got to the head that I really had problems with it. Yeah, I don't like this. It just doesn't feel Pokemon-ish. So I changed it up from this design. Here's where I started working on the new starter. I like this design a lot better because it kind of encapsulates the overall theme that I was trying to go for, which was warmth. Look how snuggly he is in that little blanket of his. I would, of course, change this up and make it a little bit better. Try to do less obvious. Um, I don't know. I don't know where my brain was going for that train of thought, but I like the colors for this. And I think it's on this one that I discovered the new blending technique that I use in a lot of my drawings now. Now, real quick, lava is my placement for fire types. They represent warmth and all that. An animal is just another type that I felt like Pokemon should have had a long time ago. Now, I did use Ursaluna, or yeah, Ursaring, sorry, wrong Pokemon entirely, as like a template for body shape. It didn't really work out. And I just kept going back and forth on designs for this one until I settled on this one. I liked how the main sketch was. I know it's sideways on here. I didn't realize that it was sideways until I went to change the layer. So I fixed it and then started adding the layer on. I wanted to be the blanket to be more of a cloak. And I changed it to blue, not as like a shiny preference, but as that way I can see the red on that better when I went to do the sketching part of it. Now the colors were going to stay the same between the whole line, just adding little bits and pieces to kind of help them stand out. Like for this one, if you look at the nose, the top nose, not the nose on the bear, is its main color contrast for that. I also fixed the eyes because I didn't really like how they looked, and I lowered the fire on the chest, being more towards the belly area. I also gave the paws differentiation on color at the end to help kind of break up some color differences. The white hair was really cool and I liked the coloration of it. It's actually flames. I know it's hard to tell with this design. If I ever do redesign and grow, I'll definitely change it to look more like flames. And about here, I started working on a new technique that I did for this where I'd clear the layer and do some more blending without the colors to see the differences, and it looks a lot better. Now, on the next one, I used Ganondorf. I wanted that kind of pose with the cape in the background. And when I started drawing it, it looked really nice. And I love it. Here I'm just blocking out the shapes that I want. During this, I couldn't help but think Freddy Fazbear. It was pretty funny to me and I liked it a lot. The hair for this one was going to be a little bit more sporadic. I knew I wanted to do it like that because it was the final evolution. I wanted to make it look as cool as possible. I really think I nailed it with this design. I completely am in love with this design. I probably would only change the face if I ever redesigned this one because it's just that good. And maybe how the cape sits. I probably would make the cape bigger.